Hey, what's up? So I don't want to do this video, but I'm going to, because I want to share my thoughts on this. It's very curious to me, or whatever. It's about the most recent Project Veritas video with the so-called dude from Pfizer. And I have to say some things first. I was gonna go through the video. I was actually watching the full video earlier, not too long ago, before I was gonna record this video, and then I was thinking about watching it with you and sharing my thoughts in between, but then it's not worth it to me. It's not worth it. I don't even want to talk about it because it's so stupid. But it's trending big time for anybody paying attention to this stuff. It's a lot of people are falling right into it, and it's crazy to me. But it's a part of this. If you start going down the rabbit hole, this is the stuff you will come across and will be a part of anything that you're looking through. It's all it's a mess. It's a big mess. I can't remember. There was part during 2020. There was a group, the Lincoln Project. I think they remind me. I mean, I can't help but think the Lincoln Project and Project Veritas are the same. But to me, they are. They work the same. They just seem like the same. They might be completely different, but they're very similar. Anyway, so early in 2020, I had shared a couple videos by the Lincoln Project. But the more I watched by them, the more I realized I was like, oh, they're just propaganda of their own, and they're just in it for the money. They're only in it for the money. And you can tell. I can tell, anyways. It's obvious to me. It's obvious to me. That's my belief. That's my opinion. It's my perspective. Is that they're only in it for the money. Because just the more I looked at and everything. Anyways, and Project Veritas to me is exactly the same. So here's the problem that I have with this, alright? I'm going to show you something too. It's a picture of this one dude that they got. His name, Jordan Walker from Pfizer. That they were, what'd they call it? They surprised him, surprise interview or whatever, some crap. It was weird. They do these weird videos where they supposedly catch people in interviews with like fake dates or whatever. It's really stupid stuff. I've seen a couple of their videos, or probably a few, I don't know, in the past, and I don't watch them regularly because they're really stupid and they seem staged and fake as hell. And it's to me, it's obvious. To me, I'm just like, it's like watching a soap opera. I used to watch soap operas as I was a kid. I loved them. I can't remember the names of some. I'm trying to remember, but no. Some of them were very entertaining. They're terrible. They're terrible entertainment. But anyways, as a kid, I had watched soap operas, and even now, like I would consider something like The Flash or Arrow or those types of shows. They're soap opera-ish, you know. But anyways. So yeah, Project Veritas videos to me are just so fake. So fake. It's just the way they talk, the way they react to things, just everything. It's just... So anyway, so they recently did this thing where they supposedly caught this guy and tried to ask him questions about the mutated vaccine or whatever. I don't believe it at all. Here's the problem that I have. The reason I'm sharing this, the reason I wanted to talk about it, is because it's stuff like that, like what they do, especially this new video right now. That's a big hit. I mean, even MSM has covered it. That's how big this is, okay? That's how MSM has covered this story. Yeah. And that just, for me, confirms that it's bullshit, alright? Stupid nonsense. What sucks about it is it's because it's stuff like that that makes conspiracy theorists look like conspiracy theorists. You know, when it's so obviously fake looking, right? Like, it's so obviously fake looking. It's so obviously staged looking. Even if it is real, even if it turns out to be real, it looks so fake. I don't believe it at all for a second. I saw the way this dude reacted, how he acted, and this whole thing throughout the whole damn interaction was so ridiculous. Really, like, there's this part, so the dude that's catching him in the act or whatever repeatedly is pretending like he's gonna walk out of this restaurant that they're in, because the guy keeps saying, no, they have to stay, stop them, don't let them go, I need the police to get here so we can find out what's going on or whatever. And the dude, the guy who was supposedly caught him in the act, he was out the door multiple times. Like, he was just in and out of the door, hanging in and out, acting like these people are stopping him from leaving. He could have left out, he could have walked out like a million times, but the whole it's just so gross and stupid. I really don't want to talk about it because it's hilarious though. But anyways, yeah, it's stuff like that I see as a really easy way to make people not believe the conspiracy theorists, because that's the stupid crap that they show you. It's really stupid. But what the topic, the discussion in itself, the content of what they're talking about and is very real. That's what makes it insane. It's pretty nuts. It'd be like if that entire thing was about them talking about what about the new adverse effects of, now it's confirmed, myocarditis and whatever, all this stuff that's repeatedly been talked about for a while that people still don't believe, which sucks. But like, so they went a different route. As they take the truth and they twist it and they make it look stupid. They make it look like a lie. It's the same with like TV shows and stuff like that. Not always. I mean, there are some ones that, that don't do that, but that's the main thing that they do. That is the propaganda. It's to trick you into thinking, well, if it's gonna be that stupid, and that's what because it's all there. It's all like, if you do the research, these are the conclusions that you will come across and you'll find it, and then they turn it around and make it look stupid and wacky. That's what Project Veritas is to me, especially this most recent one. It's so obvious to me. It's so obvious. Anyways, what I wanted to show you is the person, Jordan Walker. I'm doing this because I never heard of the guy before. Try to look him up, and the only information you can find is almost nothing. There is a LinkedIn profile for this person, but there's no picture. There's not really anything to look at. It's like they made this person up, and I don't mean Project Veritas. I mean just generally MSM or whatever made this person up as a fall guy or something, okay? Or something. I don't know, but it's ridiculous. Here's the thing, right? I went and looked up because I was curious. I was like, I'm going to go look up pictures of this guy. I'm going to look up pictures of this Jordan Walker from Pfizer. There are none. There's one. I found one that is not from screenshots of the Project Veritas video. There's no pictures of this guy. Maybe you'll find him. If you do, cool. Let me know. I'm curious. I'm very curious. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what I found. Let's take a look, shall we? Let's take a look. All right. This was the one on the right is a screenshot I took from the video, and I just cropped them together. This picture on the left is the only one I could find that was not from the Project Veritas video. They look nothing alike to me. I could be wrong. They do not look like the same person to me. I have another one I'll show you. And it could be the lighting. Like, I suppose that's possible. I thought about this. I was like, how come they do not look like the same person? Why do they look so different if this is supposed to be the same guy, right? And I was thinking, all right, well, it could be the lighting. The picture on the left is really good. I don't know. I mean, it looks like modeled, right? Like, it's a really good picture. The lighting and everything, and then the clarity of the picture, right? Like, it's really good. And then I have this other one. They look nothing alike to me at all. I don't know. I'm curious what you think. The nose does not look the same. The eyebrows do not look the same. I was looking at the ears and I was like, well, I'm not specifically trying to, but I was wondering. I don't know. It's hard for me. I'm not like an ear person. All ears look the same to me unless they're like drastically different. But they do not look like the same person to me. So anyways, Yeah, and that's it. It was, all the photos of this person are only from the Project Veritas video or this other one that I can't remember where I found it on, what website it was. Uh, it was, I just looked up his name and then I looked under the images tab, right? You know, and I tried a couple different search engines, and that was all I could find. Oh wait, there was another picture of the goofy looking guy. I think he's goofy looking, but the one on the right, there was another picture with that dude, with a bunch of other people in lab coats. I forgot about that. I did come across. I didn't save that one because I wanted to show you the comparison. This other picture was one that has his name under the search for Jordan Walker Pfizer, and it was the only other picture I could find. And I was like, well, what the heck? But anyways, yeah. So it's I don't know. I'm not trying to. I don't know. But it is, to me, it's obvious, especially with MSM sharing the story, because the whole Project Veritas video is really stupid. The entire interaction was ridiculous. The way the dude Jordan Walker acted, like he didn't just leave. You know, he could have just walked out and said, "Screw you guys! Like this is bullcrap!" Like, you know, right? Like I don't know. I was trying to think of how I would react in that position, but I would never be in that position. I just would never be in that position. I have no idea what it would be like to be in that position. I was trying to think. I was like, how would I react? And I was like, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have just stayed inside the restaurant and acted like a big baby crying about them recording me, and I could have just walked out. Could have just left. The first thing the dude did was call the cops, and then the whole thing is hilarious. It's ridiculous and hilarious, ludicrous, right? I don't know, man. It sucks. It sucks because there is real reason to question everything that has happened with the vaccine, with the entire thing, all of it. And when you do look into it, it's like, oh, yeah, it seems pretty obvious. Some shit went down that I call it a genocide. I've flat out said it. I'm convinced. I've seen enough. Whatever, man. And I could be wrong. I could be. I don't believe so, of course, right? I mean, what I've seen is enough. I'm fully convinced. I will never trust a single word they will ever say ever again, like ever. Anything. I mean, I shouldn't have before. I'm pissed. I'm pissed at myself, too. I'm pissed at myself for believing any of it, like. But you wouldn't think. As a regular normal person that people would go through with such a lie like that, you wouldn't think that would be real. That's why it's a conspiracy. You would not think that these people would do such a thing. Like, who would do such a thing? But we have a history of it, a real history. It's just repeating. This is real, and it is happening. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the stupid Project Veritas video. I do not like Project Veritas at all. I haven't watched their stuff in a while, but like I said, it's a big thing right now because this is supposed to be the big confirmation of Pfizer, la 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 la, which is, we already have enough. We've got decades of stuff on Pfizer, decades. There's an enormous history for reasons not to believe that anything they do is a good thing, but you have to know it. And I didn't know it. I had heard things about Pfizer before. I remember hearing about the lawsuits in the past and stuff like that, but I didn't look at it myself. I didn't go into it, and now I have, and still not enough. I learned enough, and I still don't know half of it. There's too much. I spent 2 years, all day long, every day, doing nothing but drowning in madness. That's what happened. So anyways, I don't like to think about it. I'm on the surface now. I keep up to date with the general surfacey stuff because I already know. and I'm never going. I plan to never go back that deep. Sometimes I think about it. I'm like, I was getting into some of the history because history is a part of everything. Everything's connected, and history is where you learn this stuff. Just our past. And there at some of the channels I was looking at, they were going back thousands of years, and not like conspiracy stuff, just regular history, because it's everything's connected. It's beautiful stuff. It's interesting, but there's a lot of insanity, too much insanity. But I had gone back even thousands of years in some of the channels I was looking at, some of the reports and this and that. But I didn't get too deep into that portion yet, and I don't know. Anyways, I've talked for too long. But yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts on that because the whole thing is insane and ridiculous. And I'm so mad. I'm so mad because it's getting too much exposure and it's really stupid, and it's going to be a really easy way to have people, anybody that's looking at MSM, because they still do, right? Still trust it somehow. It's going to be a really easy way to deter people away from finding out the truth. Because it's that whole project thing that it's ridiculous. It's so stupid. It could be true. It could be the real guy. I don't think it is. Especially after I tried to look him up, and I was like, "There's nothing on this guy. Not really. It's all from that Project Veritas video. Pretty much. Look it up yourself. Let me know. Correct me, please. Please. I would love to be corrected on anything. Okay, or at least have another perspective. Have another view. Have another." Something, when I talk about the couple of years what I was looking everywhere. I had to. I had to. I was trying to find a real solution, or something real, not bullcrap that I've known my entire life. I was trying to find something real. I didn't. I didn't. There's no real answer. We're all fucked. All right. Bye bye.